What up? Hello, internet. How are you doing? Oh my god, I was just being face palming for the last 2 minutes looking through my thing. Do I look like a mess? No. Hello, everybody. How are you? I think that there's like a 10-second delay on the chat, so I'm going to say, how are you right now? And then just sit back awkwardly and let it all come in. Thank you all so much for being here. I am completely overwhelmed right now. I honestly have no idea where to begin. That is, well, I'm not going to be real. Well, no, I am going to be real. It is quite overwhelming being here with all of you live, seeing everybody in a chat, watch all of that. It is very, very different watching it than it is doing it. It's a bit freaky doing it. It's a lot freakier watching it back, but I just want to say to all of you, I really, really appreciate you being here, for supporting me, for enabling me to capture this show that I did, because Jesus Christ, it was so expensive to film. So thank you to everybody on this website for enabling that so it didn't fade into obscurity, as I probably should for my mental health. Good, how's your friend back there, said MGem. He's doing all right. He's had a little bit of a bump on the noggin, as you may see. Phil, I hear on his little pre-show, was a bit roughhousing over there. You did so good, said Baby Peach. Aye, thank you. I appreciate that. I am a bit, woo! And I'm sure you all are too. Change the lamp to orange. No, I've got this lamp on red. I've got that, and then that's like the blue. You know, I've thought about this. Can't all be orange. Thank you. I really appreciate it. In this after show, I asked for a bunch of questions on Twitter. I am also going to be reading the chat with all of you guys. I'm sure that that other nerd is probably going to... He's watching in another room right now, and I doubt he's going to sit there. And if he's listening right now, please sit there for just a little bit more. Sobbing violently, says Alex, because it was so bad. Or... Okay, not specified. Fair enough. Did you keep the Have the Courage print I gave you? I've got everything anyone's ever given me. And guys, is it Embrace the Void or is it Be Brave? We'll know, am I right? I was the person with the afro, if you saw me. Shout out to you, Enchanting Snake. The row in front of the camera. I liked it. I did see you. Glad oh my god. Yeah, I guess Josh Hutcherson is just a part of my life now. I want to say a couple of things. Thank you to everybody for holding in their piss for the last 2 hours, because when we did this, we had an intermission, and then we edited the intermission out, because I guess that would have been like quite boring to just watch 20 minutes of nothing. But then there's an issue there, which is, when do you piss? So to everybody that did have some kind of severe bathroom incident, just trying to support me this evening, I am sorry / thank you. And the fan react, yes, forgot that was a feature of this website, and what can I say? There were a lot of ladders in the chat. I had so many people text me that were like, hey Dan, what the fuck? What is going on? Did I miss something? I worked on this show. If you don't know what Sonic the Hedgehog Mpreg Vor is, you don't know what ladders is, and let's just stay out of it, okay? Some things you don't know. I need to pee, Daniel, said Spiral in the chat. Let loose, sister. Let's just go. Let's just let it go. OMG, my IBS, I might have to go to hospital, said Michael. Take me on your phone to hospital. Die watching me in hospital. Or I guess just shit. Anyway, I want to say thank you to everyone that asked me a series of, I'm pissing right now, Danny, and now the chat is just piss. Love it. Great. Serious content we got over here. I asked for questions. Bap. There we go. And the first one is from Chloe, who said, did you have any embarrassing slip-ups / mistakes that you made during the tour? The first one is negative. Great. Wonderful. What do you mean, other than literally ripping my asshole open in Oklahoma? See, the problem with this jumpsuit is, I guess it kind of looked cool. It was the worst thing to dance in ever. Like, I'm not saying I can dance. I can't. But I definitely can't dance in those goth boots, zipped the hell up. Jazz shoes are a thing for a reason, yeah? The fact that I didn't stack it down those stairs and die, I don't understand. I think I did the show 78 times, including this recording, I think. And Christ on a bike, I don't know how I lived through that, because you probably can't tell because I'm so long, but every step was like a solid 1.5 feet. Jesus Christ. So yeah, probably when I bent over in Oklahoma, ripped my asshole open, and then poor Bubbly Ben had to come out and literally tape my ass back together. Thanks for reminding me of that, Jenna. How do you consider your friendship with the Smash Mouth Twitter? Okay. Person working on my show, the director, Mark, was like, oh, Dan ends his show with Smash Mouth, and we kind of record that happening. So unless we pay for it, what are we going to do when it happens at the end of the show? And you guys, like, I don't know if you know anything, but to license a song from a major label record company costs tens of thousands, $100,000 plus. So this was like, we're going to have to just censor it, right? And then just put in one of those little gaming channel back things. And then a bunch of you were like, let Dan use All-Star on Twitter. And the person that runs the Smash Mouth Twitter was like, what the fuck is going on right now? A week of very, I like the emails that I've been sending to multiple people from record labels being like, I'm just doing a humble little live stream and I'd love to use your music. And then the person running the Smash Mouth Twitter was like, hell yeah, brother, you can take it. And now we have it. The power of the internet. What the fuck? What the fuck? So thank you to everybody that made that happen, because that was a true what the hell is going on with my life right now, but I feel like it's appropriate. Susan, really named Susan? If you're actually named Susan, that is unfortunate. What was it like having dinner at John Green's house after the indie show? Yeah, the bit where I talk about having sex with John Green did hit different when John Green and his wife and his neighbor and his neighbor's wife were in the audience. Just kind of looked, you know, like look to the horizon and just try not to think about it. Intrusive thoughts moment, Jesus Christ. John Green has a lovely house. No, it was good. I only ever see John Green when I used to go to VidCon, and that would be for like 2 minutes in the middle of like a convention center. And as an introvert, it was always very stressful and strange. So to have like a quiet moment with him, I ate some carrots and hummus in his house. It was great. We got to catch up. I loved it. Sorry for everything I said. Kai, compared to Tatanoff and introverts, what were the main differences in yourself and your audiences after years of hiatus? Well, we all got a lot older. 2018 to 2022, 3, 4, me doing this show, Jesus Christ. I think that, yeah, coming back and everyone's like, hi, you saw me 5 years ago. The straight people are like, I've had a child now. A lot of the girls were like, I'm a boy now. A lot of people just go, I'm a lesbian. We've all been on this journey together. It's been a wonderful, look, life has happened to us. For some of us, it's been a glow up. For some of us, that are years, they're on our face. We've been through a lot. And I'm just, honestly, the fact that so many people have stuck with it, came to that shit and were like, I want to come back and put myself through it again. I appreciate it. I mean, look, without you people to enable me, I would have probably disappeared a long time ago. And yes, that is a threat. Tan, do you regret choosing the Pornhub colors for WAD? I mean, look, I got a gag. I got one joke out of it. One little joke about the Grindr logo. It was unfortunate, and I didn't think about it until you pointed it out when it was too late. It was too late. But I think that it's a good colorway, black and orange. It's powerful, you know what I mean? Like, and in terms of like the color theory of the theater design of the show, orange probably represents something. You know, you got the black. It just felt like it was appropriate. You know what I mean? Black and red for introverts, black and orange for doomed. So brave with these color palettes for the tour. Would you film a Devil Games video zooted with Phil? I'm gonna have a moment of severe realness with you. Do you think it'd be that much different to the spectrum of human emotion that you experience whenever the fuck we upload? I think I'd be calmer. I think I'd just lighten up. I mean, let's see. Next time there's a live stream, the Zoot incentive. Okay, right. Emily, paragraph. Look at Emily yap like me, bloody hell. This isn't a question, but I want you to know how helpful WAD was for me. I was going through a mental rough patch when I saw it. Same. And the ending part about finding hope, appreciating the little things, was something I didn't realize I actually needed to hear. Literally, Emily, that is what the show did for me every time I did it. I will admit I'm someone that kind of doesn't... I need to constantly be reminded of the things that I learn. It's not like I see something on Instagram and I'm like, wow, that's a good point. And then I live that every single day. I really need to just hammer shit in, and doing this show 76 times. Mental Mina in the chat said, WTF is zooted. Stay pure, stop watching Dan and Phil. Yeah, same. But hey, after doing it all this time and now filming it, I can just watch it every single day, and god damn it, I will shove it down my own throat. Like the other things. Lou, would you ever get a nose or eyebrow piercing, maybe one to match the slit? Yes, that is a thing that we committed to. Well, let's find out if it suits me, huh? Fiona said, please get zooted. I might need to after this. Charlotte, in the early shows in the UK, you had a real estate agent section. Why did that get cut? Yeah, there was a whole bit that I did being a real estate agent trying to sell houses that have been destroyed by the climate apocalypse. And basically, the show is so fucking long. Oh my gee, like, shout out to the IBS gang in the chat. It's so... I didn't need it to be 6 minutes. So we were like, let's cut that. Let's go. Other things that were cut. I did a whole rant about bees just before I had my breakdown at the end of Act 1, when I'd been like, climate change, what's worse? I was going to do a whole, like, complete mental breakdown Nicolas Cage rant about how colony collapse disorder. And it was maybe just a bit weird. And it's one of these things where it's like, I'm sure some of you would be like, that's some good shit. But in the room, I really think people would have just been like, this show is too much for me. It's just the stimulation has gone a bit too far. But hey, let's just say I have evil intentions. One day, now that we have finally gotten the production of this funded, thanks to all of you, literally, we have it now. I've got all the time in the world, and maybe there will be a director's cut, release the Snyder cut, the Bees cut, and then we'll see what happens, huh? Because maybe things should be left on the cutting room floor. No one tell me. Was it difficult to perform a show by yourself when you've always performed with someone else in the past? Said Taylor. Yeah. When we would forget what we're talking about, we would just look at each other. When we were doing Tatanoff, me and Phil would be like, we are yapping about some shit, and now I've forgotten. And I would just look at Phil like, and then he'd go, Dan, and I think you're talking about llamas. And I'd be like, llamas, am I right? So it was like, between us, we only needed to have one brain cell each. And as long as the other person had their brain cell engaged, like, just for that section. Less Amazing Phil said, but the bee merch. Fuck, guys, low-key. Sorry, I'm going back to the previous question. We printed a whole range of merch relating to bees. Bee bracelets, bee t-shirts, bee temporary tattoos, and the VIP packs. And then we cut the bees section from the show. What the fuck are you talking about, Dan? Why are you doing a bees t-shirt? There's no content in the show about bees. If I ever release the rest of the merch online, I'll release the bees cut, and then I'll release the bees merch when that fucking makes sense. Okay, how does that sound? But yeah, thank you to Phil for filling in the blanks. Atticus, when did you start conceptualizing for Doom? I know it was pre-2020. Was it? I mean, I probably said something. Probably was. I think, as you may have clocked in the show, from a period of time when I was feeling a certain way, it was towards the end of 2021, early 2022, where I was a bit like, I need to do something. I've been on this hiatus. There's been a literal pandemic. The vibes are not amazing. And so I very much was like, I want to... Look, with Basically I'm Gay, I wrote myself out of the closet, right? Like, I used the hell that my career has trapped me in as an obligatory way to force my hand to rip the plaster off and to confront my sexuality, which was a good thing. Without all of you, without the internet, who knows, I might be in the closet being a sad lawyer right now, legitimately. And it was kind of the same thing here. I was like, I want to just start creating a piece of entertainment, and then maybe I will entertain myself out of a hole. And if I go on a tour, then I'll get to touch grass. I'll get to smell the fresh air of Chicago, Illinois, and wherever the fuck. I guess Helsinki did have fresh air. Shout out to Europe. And yeah, it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? It was like writing the show and doing the show was the thing that I needed. And here we are. How many times did Phil see the show? Yeah, this poor guy. I had to pace around the apartment talking to myself for weeks. Literally weeks. That guy was sick of me. He was sick of me. How many times has he seen the show? Once. Twice now that he's seen the recording. How many times has he heard the show? 5,000 times. Hashtag free Phil. Hi Dan, I'd like to know about the merch design process or the pop-up shop. Well, we thought, what looks black and orange? Pornhub. What does Dan talk about in the show? Bees. Let's add some bees on. I want to say, shout out to Neil McCaith, Divine Gnosis on Instagram, who designed all the merch, and Sarah and Martin from IRL, who made it all happen. I think it was the coolest merch ever, and I don't deserve it. If any of you are wondering, Dan, why the hell are you not selling the Doomed merch yet? This shit was scattered across the globe, right? They were like, we've got 2 bees bracelets in Helsinki and a hat in Perth, Australia. How do we sell that on the internet? We have been trying to gather this shit so that people can have it. And the only thing, because there were so many that we could do for now, was the Doomed t-shirt and the Doom hoodie that you can get here on this Kisway thing if you press the t-shirt tab. And so if you want to do that, it's right there right now. To be honest, the Doomed hoodie is the best merch item that's ever existed in the entire world. But we are going to try to gather this shit as soon as possible and do it, okay? It may be the case that we don't even put all of it on. We just do, like, most of it, what we can find. So if you want that, if you want us to put the rest of the merch that exists on sale, then probably do it now and then it'll disappear forever. My pussy in bio, said Des. Okay, Kobe on fire, fuck off. Okay, this one is serious. What music have you been listening to recently? Greg, thank you. Change of subject. I have been listening to the, shout out to Gnu in the chat, the new Vampire Weekend songs on repeat. I am fucking ready. What are you doing with the cubes, said Sue One Whisperer. We are probably going to do some kind of charity auction and give them away. So if you want a Hope Cube, brace your garters, because I will hopefully do that. I think they're in a shed in Bubbly Ben's garden right now. I'm not quite sure. Were there any merch designs that you decided to not go ahead with? If there were any that we decided to not go ahead with, do you think we'd have released the fucking Pornhub shirt? That should have stayed in the drafts. That should have stayed in the vault. That should have stayed on Photoshop. But no, it didn't. So to everyone that wants that, it may come. You never know. Chloe, Mrs. Wad, what was your favorite part of the audience participation? Definitely asking someone in the front row that was doing a stink face at me when Tony the Tiger popped up what cereal mascot they'd fuck. Because I would definitely pick someone, because a lot of people were like, whoa, Tony the Tiger, And then a bunch of people would be like, I'm not co-signing this. And then I would look at that person dead in the eye and I'd be like, what cereal mascot would you fuck? Huh? And then, obviously, this time we had the beautiful Fruit Loops toucan. It could be Cocoa Pops monkey. It could be Honey Monster. I don't know.
Woo! Woo!
Did you get bored sitting in the other room?
I did. I wanted to give you an applause.
I love the highlighter pen and corduroy tracksuit bottoms combo.
You weren't meant to see what was underneath the suit.
Who would do that? Who would wear something so informal?
You're giving it away,
to
Dan.
a premiere.
We've just been on the orange carpet. What are you saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
I've been slamming that skeleton clap in the other room.
2,500,000. Wait, how much does it go up when you click it once?
One. I was...
You have collectively clicked the skeleton clap 2.5 million times.
So many times.
Get a fucking grip. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Look, I'm someone that has to hold in their emotions. So when it got all sad at the end, I released all my tears through skeleton hands. I think that's what everyone else did as well.
Alex Scary said, will the hoodie and the shirt be sold anywhere else if we want to get shipped from England to Europe? I believe there would be a Europe and American and a worldwide. Yeah, anyway. That's a lovely way to change the subject. Thanks, Phil. What was your favourite part of the audience participation?
The honey monster.
Okay, that's just your answer, do you? You'd fuck the honey monster.
Yes.
Great. What was your green room request? You know that.
Your green room request is... I don't know what your request is.
You've only done 150 fucking live shows with me. What the fuck?
I only focus on my own snacks, which is, I don't know, some pickled onion monster munch, some Haribo.
You know this.
You like
my rider
a banana,
is
a banana,
and
a drink, Maltesers.
No. 2 bananas and a Red Bull. That's my rider. It's important to have a rider because it's a test of how competent venues are.
Yeah.
And as you all know from the ticket buying experiences, venues and ticket promoters are the agents of chaos and mostly inept.
You never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get, but as any of us that have ever tried to go to a gig anywhere in the world would know, even though answering questions is all these people should be doing.
Yes.
Trying to help customers. For some reason, it's very confusing for all of them.
Do you know my favourite one was where they gave us 500 pretzels, but they said, sorry, we don't have any water and the plumbing doesn't work. And we were like, but we're so salty now. Why would you feed us the pretzels and then take away the moisture?
Reading, Pennsylvania. 3,300,000 skeleton claps.
See, I told you, the
wonderful.
skeleton claps.
What is the... Excuse me.
There were so many birds in
Can I bring my bird to the after party? Yeah.
In the reacts.
Shout out to the ladders in the fan reacts and the pets. Did I see someone grab a fucking pigeon?
Yeah, I was like, what's
I
happening?
was like trying to watch my show here. I was sat there like, yeah, good color grading. And then I was like, did someone reach into a box and grab a fucking pigeon?
I think they grabbed a pigeon.
And submit it to the fan reacts?
Yes, I want to grab a pigeon. Steve, I miss Steve.
I mean, right now, look at all these cute people doing the hand hearts. Someone that stole a fucking cube.
Oh,
it's wonderful.
A cube theft.
And to everyone that was just showing their pussies, it was
Can we do
wonderful.
a fan react?
Can we do a fan react?
Yeah. How do you do it?
I think we click on this.
So we're going to break everything by
Let's
having
go.
the webcam connected.
Live.Daniel Hull wants to get your camera.
Wait, can we get Josh Hutcherson in it? Wait.
Post your fan react.
There we did.
All right, great content.
That was great content.
That's what people need. What was the rehearsal like for the show? Was there anything that you struggled to remember? All of it.
Can I read them for you?
Yes, sure.
What was the rehearsal like for the show? Was there anything you struggled to remember?
All of it.
Or a technical thing that was tough to get right?
No, what I will say is, you know what fucked me?
What?
Whoa. The crowd work. Imagine learning 2 hours of yapping, right? If I ever do another show again.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up.
Dissolve
Make
the
it
apps.
shorter. But if I've learned this, you need to understand it's a mind palace, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's all in there. It's just like a constant stream of short-term memory. It's in there. It's in there. As soon as someone in the audience goes, "You, The Toucan Fruit Loops. Jack shit. I do not know where the fuck I am. And that happens so... Like, the first half an hour of the show has so many, like, audience...
And then
what
it
do you
just, like,
think?
knocks
And
you
every
out.
single time that happens, I'm like... What the fuck am I doing?
Yeah, I don't think I could have done it for that long by myself because I needed lots of time to be reminded.
What was your favorite?
What was your favorite part of the show?
I honestly think the judge bit.
Yeah.
It's just fucking fun. Like, by that point in the show, the end is in sight, the momentum's going, everything's orange, it looks cool as fuck, and then...
I don't want to be cliche, but the cube moment is my favorite moment because I didn't know it was coming.
Motherfucker,
when I first watched it.
That cube hit me in the eyeball. Depending on the venue, the curtain that would hold the cubes up either opens flap out or flap in. This was a flap in venue, and so all of the cubes fell into my head. And on the first show, I was like, I really want this to look good, so I held my arms up in the sky, and I looked up with my eyes open because I was like, this camera, I want it to see like my arms spread. Here we go. Yeah. And then a cube, the fucking corner, right in the fucking cornea. So there we go. It was fun. Yeah, but the judge bit, it's just fun.
Yeah.
People are screaming. Like, that part of the show
is
so insane.
It is. It's like, there's so much happening.
We're firing people into the sun.
Can I get into party mode? I feel like jacket for the orange carpet, shirt for the party.
Okay. Do you really think we're all doomed, or is there hope for the future? The end of the show is so... Look, this isn't a dissertation. It's not a 5.5-hour video essay. It's a comedy show that's already too long and too serious. And so whatever the fuck I'm trying to make a point about at the end, I'm trying to do in the shortest amount of words possible. But to be short, as terrifying as everything in the first half of the show is, I think that the younger generations aren't perfect, but are better. And that honestly, even though as terrible as the media and the governments are for kind of causing most of the reasons why the world is terrible, when a lot of old people die, the world will be better. So I think that, life won't be perfect, but in 30 years, when a few people are dead, it will be a lot better.
There's always hope.
Yeah.
Let me read them. Yeah. How many cubes would you estimate were stolen?
Hundreds. Like people, like mobs.
When I was at the show, you could see it in one of the security cameras. Someone was going, a little snatch.
Little gremlins. Oh, good luck. Read it. Wait. Go on then, Phil. Read this one.
I can't see it.
Read it, Phil.
No.
Go on.
It's too small.
I can read that.
I need an eye test again. I know you said that souls aren't real and love isn't real and human consciousness is just a main character syndrome coping about our evolutionary processes. But after seeing 2 nights of theatre full of people who came from all over the world to support you, do you feel loved?
Well done, Phil.
That was an eye test.
That actually
and a
was.
vocal cord test.
Oh, wow. And I'll give you the yappiest question. Yapping after my own heart. Thank you, Jamaskal978.
Seeing them all do standing ovation, you must have thought, I feel the love.
It's a comedy show. Not everything I'm saying is serious. I'm mostly just joking and being stupid. I felt incredibly grateful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine how awkward it is being me saying all of that shit to a room full of people.
What do you mean?
At the end.
Yeah, it's very
it's
intense.
like, thank you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yes, it's all good. You in a black shirt and a tie is giving 3 cheers for Sweet Revenge Jared away.
It is a little bit.
Drop a law bomb. What was the worst tour experience?
Wait, drop a law bomb. What was the worst tour experience? I meant to be in a question.
Okay, yeah, sure. Fave person, question from the chat from Loud Emo. Fave person you got to fire into the sun as a judge. There were 3 versions of the show.
Loud Emo.
The UK version had Alexander Orlov the meerkat, which I decided was the canon version because saying mere cunt was the funniest thing.
Yes.
In America, it was the Geico Gecko, and I said geckunt.
That almost works
Which
as well.
almost worked. It was okay. And then for the rest of the world, I just did Tony the Tiger, hereafter known as the big, hairy ginger pussy.
Nice. And did Tony the Tiger get saved? Surely he
They
can't.
all got saved.
Okay.
Yeah. The worst part on the show, Lucy, was we did many shows.
I thought you were saying the worst part of the show was Lucy.
It was you, Lucy.
Yeah.
is fucking you. I swear to God. We had some sign language interpreters
Yes.
because we want the show to be accessible.
Uh-huh.
And we sat down and we were like, so Dan yaps. He's really just he's got a thesaurus shoved up his ass. It's not like good content. It's just long word content. You know what I mean? So do you know how to sign, what was it? I said
You had to say it out loud.
I've even forgotten the word. Wait.
Was it the meerkat one?
No, it's whatever I talk about when I am talking
I can see the script.
about,
Maybe I should do the entire script right now.
You don't even know my quote, motherfucker. You don't get to talk about that. Oh, yes. It was the line. I don't even know how to spell the word. Oh, in this video, Existential Crisis, I said the optimistically nihilistic epithet.
That's a wordy sentence.
Shut up! Shut up! And they were like, yeah, that's fine. Okay, what are you about to do? And then poor Bubbly Ben had to go, oh God, I'm sorry, at some point this evening, you're going to have to sign mere cunt. Do you know how to do that? And then they just looked at each other.
Yeah.
Because they know how to combine words, and they just went...
What? And that's what it is.
Yep, okay. Courtney.
Oh my God. Dan, I would love to know what you think of this cake I made and this shirt I made for my dad.
I am not a regular dad. I am a Dan and Phil Games dad.
Yes, Dan and Phil Games dad. Also, that cake is cursed.
That is the single most blurred side-by-side of images I've ever seen in my life. Why is the cake piped so delicately? Why is the print so high quality?
I don't know. They've still left your ass curve around the side of the piping.
Your dad is an alpha.
Yeah.
That's the best shit I've ever seen in my life. Thank you.
I love that.
Court.
When's the podcast?
You don't want it. You don't want it. Okay, I'm gonna be real.
Yapcast.
I'm gonna be real with you. What is the a real moment here. If for people already YouTubers, what is the difference between just being YouTubers and having a podcast? It's just having a YouTube series with a theme of your yapping. Do people really want an hour?
An hour
You tell
of yap.
us. You tell us. I don't know.
That's too much yap.
Okay. Please sell jars of your delicious diarrhea bathwater. Yeah. That was a good one.
That was so disgusting.
Opened up the drawer. What's this? Oh, it's a little Lush bath bomb. What happens when you chuck it in? Bomb.
Why did they choose that colour?
It was honestly...
Did they not have a big bath in the
smelled
Lush
great,
office?
but that traumatized me, honestly.
Did you ever shower on the tour bus? Look.
Phil, this is a great question. Many people living on a bus for 2 months.
Yes.
Did any of them shower on the tour bus on my tour?
Look, I read if you're in deep America...
No, they didn't. Do you know why no one on my tour showered in the bus?
Because of me.
Because Phil said...
I said, if you're in deep America and that hot water is getting really warm in a tank and not being recycled, it could grow some dangerous beasts. And then you're showering, they're going in your eyes, they're going in your mouth, they're going in your mouth.
Phil was like, you don't know what's in it. Could be standing water. Do you trust the busman to change the water regularly enough? You're going to get Legionnaire's disease. And everyone was like, what the hell?
I didn't know. I was just like, I wouldn't risk it.
So no, we all had to shower in the theatres.
And that's always a fun communal experience anyway.
Yeah.
What is next, my dude? Any plans, ideas, or thoughts?
You think I have thoughts going on right now?
Any thoughts? I mean, this is like, we're all doomed chapter. You must need at least a weekend.
Do I have evil plans for the future? Yes. Am I going to go into a little coma for like a week or two?
A micro coma.
Yeah. I'm sure that Phil will force me to do some Dan and Phil Games content. Oh, fuck.
You love it.
Really?
Next tour when? You too, Phil. Really?
Do the people want it? Do the people want it? Like, Doomed was fresh off the heels of COVID. People were like, oh, we're going to go outside. And then everyone was like, when are you coming back to London? You missed it. Did
Immediately go outside
Sober
again,
now.
Dan. You've just got home. Do it again.
Do the people want it? I mean, the FOMO, it's like People didn't come to introverts. Ooh.
Yeah.
Didn't come to doomed. Ooh.
You can't keep building up that FOMO.
I don't know. Has everyone seen it by now? Valerie.
Dan, when are you starting your drag career? Sister Daniel is so hot and you know it.
Look, Sister Daniel does awaken something in me that I could do a whole video essay about.
What was that?
Dan, gender,
Yeah.
drag,
Yeah.
and the confrontation of who your personality is as shaped by nature or nurture.
Oh.
To what extent is the personality of Dan, with the wearing black and the cynicism and the sarcasm
Yes.
and the boy hair, just me being afraid of being bullied at secondary school? Does Sister Daniel allow me to... Is it just an act? Or is there something there? Who knows?
Might be a good video.
No.
Oh.
Alba.
Why don't you hear us and try having a mullet, please?
Really? A
Please.
mullet?
A mullet. Mullets are in right now. You
They're-
see
okay, no.
so many mullets when you're
This is
wandering
the
around.
thing.
They won't be in by the time you get
If
one.
it was 2 years ago, I should have had a mullet, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like in the year of our Lord, 2024, you can't just have a mullet.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I mean, you could.
But if I had a mullet now, it's a bit like having a podcast.
Yeah.
The people want a podcast, but it's like, guys, we did the radio show, we did we did stereo. It's like when we did the gaming channel. Do you remember when we did the gaming channel? Everyone was like, a gaming channel? God, that was so 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
If we did a podcast right now, it's like the people want it, but as a medium, I don't know, it's like a mullet. Like, does the people want it?
A mullet podcast.
I don't know. Like, I just need to grow the back out.
Yeah.
That's what she said. I just need to blow the back out.
Are you Pink Pantheress's backup dancer?
Have y'all seen this fucking video?
I got that on my TikTok
Have y'all
For You
seen
page.
this fucking video?
It does look like you on the right.
That is basically I'm Gay Dan.
Why? How did that happen?
I had a full
Dance career.
ego death confrontation moment right there.
It was like it was your energy. Though. It
I'm
was really
scared.
odd,
I don't
that.
know what was going on there.
Is Dystopia Daily coming back or another version of it?
Look, Dystopia Daily was something that I made just so the people that weren't coming to the tour because I wasn't going to their country had something to do so they didn't feel left out,
Yeah.
right? I was like, I quit YouTube. Why I quit YouTube? And then people were like, please do something. And I was like, the only thing I can imagine doing is an ironic web series about how much I hate being a YouTuber.
Yes.
And you need to understand, the whole of Dystopia Daily was filmed in 3 days.
It was a
filmed in
chunk.
3 days. I trapped a bunch of people in a room and I said, we're going to film 6 videos a day. We're going to coordinate all of this shit. And then I had to edit it on the bus. Probably should have got someone to edit it, so it took more time. And I don't know. Look, I feel like I love Dystopia Daily for what it was.
Yeah.
Would I do it again? I don't know. It was a concept and it was a series.
It felt very whole. Like it had its.
It
had
was
its moment.
designed to be inaccessible. You know what I mean? It's like it was supposed to be the most anti-YouTube content of all time.
Yeah.
So I guess the question is, if I did bring it back, if I kept posting on Daniel Howell, are there parts of it that are like, oh, if I actually wanted to actually make content,
Yeah.
do people like the look? Did they like the formats? What's good? What's bad? Do I need to change the name? I don't know. That's an interesting question.
GG in the chat said, was Don actually fully AI?
Don was a actual man who came into a studio and we filmed him on a green screen and we made him do all of this stuff.
Like juggle.
Nightmares. Why the heck are there still builders in your home? Great question.
The builders are never leaving. There's always a new issue. We're like, hey, we're on the cusp of this house being finished, and then suddenly,
Poof.
poof,
Yeah.
a new thing has happened.
And it's like they can fix one thing once every 2 months. So
Yeah.
we're like, we still don't have a bath. In 2-3 years, got a bath.
We got a bath now, and it has hot and cold taps.
Still no sink
No.
that works in a little closet bathroom that we have.
Upstairs sink.
No
there
upstairs
is no
sink.
sink.
But maybe 3.5 years. Yeah.
We could get a
We'll
sink.
see. What's going on here?
Um,
From Wilfred Wolfstash.
yeah, they built this incredible WAD stage and had a talent show. Sang "Bring Me to Life" in true Daniel Howell fashion. Prepare for the live stream tomorrow. So they did "We're All Doomed" in Minecraft, and these are the cubes.
You made a We're All Doomed stage in Minecraft. You had a talent show. You sang Evanescence. And you got third place, but that is besides the point.
Wow. The
You
pigeon is back.
got third space.
That is incredible. The pigeon is back. The pigeon is back.
What in
Fan
the
reacts.
in the fan reacts?
Yeah. Hello, pigeon.
Wait, hello. Let me see the pigeon. There it is. Look
Oh,
at
yeah.
that. Look at that cooing guy.
The pigeon.
We got a dog.
There's a dog and a pigeon.
We've got some
and a
hand
cat.
hearts. Someone's hitting the vape. What a great day
all
to
of
be
the
alive.
pets are out.
Love our audience. Crazy bitches.
Can
Is this
you,
the last question?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Can you address your populace? The governor of Yap.
No lies detected.
No lies.
Thanks for
Those,
that.
those are some good questions.
See,
A
that
mixture
was
of
good.
deep and a mixture of yeep, as in light-hearted.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to
definitely.
do any from the Phil Lester, or are you done?
Oh, for God's sake. Go on then. You want your moment. Phil prepared 26 questions. We didn't use them. Hey, can we give it up for Phil? What did you think of Phil's live orange carpet hosting?
I think I
We-
found my
We
calling.
turned on the camera and I said, you got to fill 30 minutes.
I did.
And he just talked and I didn't know what that was going to
As
be.
usual for everything
I
do.
had no idea what it was.
I had no script. I just freeballed it. And I thought
Okay.
it went well. Wait, I need to get my actual correlate. I don't know what the words are.
How do you know what the words are?
Well, I text them to myself.
Oh dear.
Let me find it.
Poor Phil.
Right. Everyone in the chat select a letter.
Jay,
J
are you ready?
is for jokes. Were you scared no one would laugh in the first ever show you did?
Thanks, Phil. Wow.
Well, it's always like one of those scare nightmares, isn't it?
I'd like to think after 10 years of molding the perfectly degenerate audience in my image that
Yes.
they would enable my bullshit, which they did mostly.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is the thing. If you see the first show on a tour, it's going to be the best and the worst. It's going to be the worst because I don't know what's funny yet. I don't know how to say anything. And, like, I'm scared. But it's also the best because you're going to see all the shit that's going to get cut out because it was too weird. And you get to see the raw fear throbbing in my mind.
Throb.
Yes, absolutely.
Right, we'll do two more.
Did you have anything to do with composing the music for the show? All of the cool interstitial music was done by the sound designer, Ben Ringham, and the music was composed by Harry. We had the girlfriend of director Ed perform violins on Everything's Fine.
There's a whole mix.
It was a whole shout out to the creative team. It was an incredible show.
Right, two more.
Oh, for orgasm.
O is for orange cube.
Oh,
You already answered it. Did it ever hit you in the eye?
yes.
Also, what sexuality is the cube?
It's a formless blob. Z.
Z. Z. What did you dream about
When?
last night?
I had a dream. I for the last year have been having nightmares that I'm walking onto the stage to do We're All Doomed, and I don't know I've forgotten all the words.
I mean, that could have happened.
So will the nightmare end now?
It should
We'll
do.
say, right, I'm going to do one more
more.
G note.
G note. What is your ideal gas station? What is your ideal gas station order or petrol station if you're in the UK?
A Lucozade original.
Original?
Pre-sugar tax. Yeah. A small can of sour cream and onion Pringles.
This is wild.
And a packet of fruit pastels.
What?
There we go. All right.
Do you know what mine would be?
What?
A vanilla Coke back when they did it.
Yep.
I would do a Walker's spicy prawn cocktail Max Crisp. Those new ones, which are really
savage.
intense.
God, extreme.
And then some sour wine gums.
Maynard.
I just want to be slapped
sour
in the
wine
face by
gums.
flavors.
That is a trilogy of extreme flavors. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Well,
Well, that is all the time we have
If
for.
I'm in America, it's got to be Funyuns.
And it's now time to end.
No,
I'm gonna
well,
leave.
I think
it is time
I think
to
there's
stop.
a certain
I really want to say.
slit on the menu, boys.
Ew,
It's time.
Phil.
What? This is the slit.
Oh God.
We need to give you a slit because we did a charity stream for Palestine, and it is time to reap what you sow because you said you'd get a slit after doing We're All Doomed, which you filmed,
Oh.
and now you have to slit it up. Any last words?
Why the fuck are you putting a hat on?
It's my slit hat.
Okay. What is?
I'm like a tattoo artist. I need to have the edgy energy. Wait. There we go.
Yeah. Okay.
Are we ready? Can I get a slit in the chat?
No, what does that mean?
Slit.
Phil,
Right,
do you know how to use this razor? Let's have a serious conversation here.
I do.
You are about
Let's
to
go.
apply that... Stop looking at what your hair looks like with a fucking hat on. You're about to do something to my face.
Okay. Which side do you want?
Phil.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, let's talk about that. I feel like I've got an earring this side, so the slit should be there.
And where do you want it through?
I want it there.
Okay.
It's like there's like the arch. Do you see this, Phil?
Yeah.
So it's like yours. It's like the arch of the thing.
Yeah.
It should be like that. You can't do it too far down so that people don't see the slit.
It's going to be more to the middle.
Okay. And Phil,
Yeah.
don't hurt me.
How would I hurt you?
Because you're about to apply a fucking shaver to my face.
And then how do I use it? Do I just go bzz?
Okay. You do it once.
Yeah.
And you hold it there for a sec.
Okay.
And then you stop. You don't move. You don't slice.
No slicing.
You don't shuffle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Okay. You look at me a little bit, like side angle.
Wait. I'm gonna come back.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready? No, face me more. Face me more.
Don't, Phil.
Oh my god. Oh wait, you
Phil,
can't flinch.
Phil, moment.
What? Yeah.
Don't think about the chat.
I'm not.
Don't think about what you look like in your hat.
I'm not.
I want you to concentrate.
I'm concentrating.
Right, no, seriously concentrate.
Yes.
Take a moment.
I am.
You're not doing a bit.
I'm not.
You're doing my face.
I know I'm doing your face.
Fuck my life.
Look at me a tiny bit. Shut up.
Why does it feel like you've completely changed the orientation of the razor?
I've done it. Wait. Does it? Oh!
Ooh.
It looks good. It looks good, Dan.
Does it?
Yeah.
It looks...
It's quite wide.
It's
quite a wide slit.
It's quite... Phil Lester just gave me a wide slit.
Well, it's more pronounced than mine.
Oh my... Just please stop saying that I have a pronounced slit. The fuck?
It looks good though.
Does it?
Yeah, you look like you've got an edge to you.
Oh, now I look like I have an edge and I didn't before, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's great. What do we think in the chat? Matching slits.
Fuck my ass. What do I look like? I cannot see on this camera. Wait, let me get really close.
Get real close.
Okay, come on, autofocus.
There it is. Oh wait, I did do more of a chunk out of yours.
Move out the way. It thinks that you're the center of attention.
There it is.
Phil.
Yeah.
Okay, either I need to go in with some tweezers, or you need to come back in with the razor, and we are not letting Phil back in with the razor, so I guess I need to exaggerate the baldness of my own wide slits.
We need to be back on camera. It looks good. Everyone's saying it's perfect.
It's perfect. The slit is perfect, said emo Snickers lesbian. Hello.
We're here.
Hello.
We're here. Look, faces.
Look, come to me. Come
Look
to
at
me.
this.
Come to me.
Hello.
Come to me.
Hello.
Come to me.
Hello.
Come to me.
It's not focusing now.
I love my camera. It's wonderful. Well, I think that's wonderful.
Wait.
It's a synonym.
If I get out, is it gonna see you? Hello.
Okay.
It just wants
come
to-
back. Come back. Come back. Oh.
Come back.
Oh.
Oh.
Yay. There we go. We're in business.
Hey.
Fuck my life. Thank you. Look, every time I look in the mirror, as this grows in, as I think about Phil saying I have a wide slit,
Yeah.
I will have a moment to be grateful that much more important than ourselves or our clownery or even Phil's birthday and the fact that he came into existence out of his mum's own wide slit.
Stop.
We have an audience that want to do good in the world.
Yes.
That don't want to just be content that we're all doomed, but want to actually do something about it. That don't just go, hey, look, the people in charge right now might all be horrible, horrible people, but one day they're all going to die. They will be in charge. And this slit is a testament to the fact that everything's going to be okay.
Everything will be fine.
We're not all doomed. Dan, it looks good, but make your slit slimmer when you reshave it. What? Okay, thank you, Line BJ in the chat. Right, it's too fucking late. Look,
Right, it's happened.
Someone's got IBS. Someone said they got medical school exams tomorrow. It's time to call
Everyone
this
needs to go to
fucking
bed.
shit. I want to say thank you to you all being
Wait,
here.
I'll let you do your emotional goodbye because this is your thing.
No, you can stay.
Can I stay?
don't- Yeah,
Okay.
it's fine.
All
Just
right.
don't like be weird with the razor or anything. True Green Day coded Phil. That is so.
I'm
correct.
feeling very Green Day right now.
Only because of this stream, because of the people that came to the shows in London, to everyone that bought a ticket to this, were we even able to film this? I know that people want to have this somewhere forever, so we are going to try so hard to do that. We're going to try to get the merch available so that this doomed era can feel like it's, for posterity. Everyone got their piece of it. We're going to release the cubes. I want to say thank you. This is the highlight of my life. It was the most important thing I've ever done. I love you all. Phil, thank you for hosting the orange carpet.
Yes.
It was certainly an experience. I will see you all back on the internet. Thank you. And you can now all go sleep and piss in peace. Goodbye.
Bye.